Hello my dear friends. In this video we will going to learn about various things like that. See, a proposal is made to use geothermal supply of hot water to operate a steam turbine as shown in figure. The high pressure water at 1.5 megapascal 180 degrees centigrade is throttled into a flash evaporator chamber. This is a flat evaporator chamber and this is a throttling wall which forms liquid and vapor, which is form a flash chamber which is forms liquid and vapor at a low pressure of 400 kilopascal. The liquid is discarded while the saturated vapor feed the turbine. There is a liquid part and vapor part. The liquid will drawn from the flash chamber and the saturated vapor drawn from the flash chamber, and it is feed to the turbine and exit at 10 kilopascal with 90% quality. So there is a two-phase mixer. If the turbine should produce 1 megawatt work output from the turbine 1 megawatt, find the required mass flow rate of hot geothermal water. This hot geothermal water m.1 we have to find it in kg per hour. So what is that? See, there is a hot water and it is coming from a geothermal site and it will throttled into a two-phase mixer into a flash chamber where that there is two portion, the vapor and a liquid. The liquid will out from the flash chamber and the vapor. There is a saturated liquid, so this is the vapor. That means there is a two-phase. There is a two-phase. Here is the two-phase. 1 dash is the two-phase mixer, and the vapor will come out from a flash chamber to feed the turbine to run the turbine, and there is an exit. So first of all, what is the observation? There is a one inlet and one exit. See, in the turbine there is a one inlet and one exit. So if we take m2 is the mass flow rate at turbine exit, so and there is a m3 is a mass flow of turbine exit. So what is the mass balance? So here what is that? m3 dot is equal to m2 dot. Okay, so this is your mass balance for the turbine. Now we take a turbine as a control volume. We take turbine as a control volume. We take turbine as a control volume, right? This is your control volume. So at stage 1, that means inlet to the throttle valve, what is that? Water. What is that? Water. And what is the condition? Water at 1.5 megapascal, and what is the temperature? 180 degrees centigrade. So this is your properties given. So from this property, from water table, we find H1, and this is your 763.5 kilojoule per kg. Kilojoule per kg, right? This is your H1. Now, what is state 1? State 1 dash. State 1 dash. What is the state 1 dash? This is your two-phase saturated mixer. Saturated mixture. That means two phase. So what is H1? H1 is HF plus X1 HFG at what pressure? 2 is, see, flash chamber which forms liquid and vapor at a low pressure of 400 kilopascal. So this is a pressure at a pressure of the flash chamber, and it will forms liquid and water at a low pressure. That means 400 kilopascal. So at 400 kilopascal, so it is a 400 kilopascal. So HF you have, HFG you have 400 kilopascal, and but how can you calculate H1? Say there is nothing, H1 dash. So H1 dash is nothing, it is H1. Why? Because throttling process. Throttling. Why? Because throttling. So here we can easily find out what is your dryness fraction, X1. So what is your X1? 0.07439. Now what is the definition of dryness fraction? So what is the dryness fraction? Dryness fraction. What is the dryness fraction? X. It is nothing. It is the mass of the vapor, mass of vapor to the total mass, So what is the mass of the vapor? The mass of the vapor is 2. There is a 2 point. So this is the mass of the vapor, m dot 2. And what is the total mass? M1. M1 is the total mass supply. So this is your M2 dot divided by M1 dot, right? Now what is the question? Question is that find the required mass flow rate of hot geothermal water. So in this we have to find M1 dot in kg per hour. You have to calculate it. Now for that we apply first law of TD for steady state steady flow process. What is that? Q dot plus, for a control volume, for a turbine, this is for a turbine. What is that? Turbine Q1, one inlet, one exit. So this is your M2 H2 plus V2 square by 2 plus G Z2 work output. What is that? M3 dot H3 plus V3 square by 2 plus G Z3, right? So here there is a negligible heat transfer through a turbine. So this is 0. Change in kinetic potential energy will 0. So what is that? M2 H2 is equal to, what is that? How much work will produce? Kilojoule, megawatt, kilowatt, kilojoule. So M dot 3 H3, there is work output, work produced 1 megawatt, so 1000 watt. But you know that H2 and H3, what is the H2 and H3? How we calculate H2 and H3? See, for H2 and H3, state 2, what is a state 2? state 2 400 kilopascal, state 2 400 kilopascal, and it is saturated vapor. So x is equal to 1. So from this we can easily find H2 is equal to Hg at 400 kilopascal, right? What is state 3? State 3, what is the state 3? State 3 is exit from the turbine, and exit from the turbine is 10 kilopascal. And what is the condition? X3 is dryness function 90%, so 0.9. So for that we find H3. What is that H3? HF plus X3 HFG at pressure 10 kilopascal. So you have a 10 kilopascal. So what is HF and HFG you calculate? So you find H3. So you have H3, you have H2. So for that you have M2 is equal to M3, and here M2 dot is equal to M3 dot single inlet and single exit for single I and single exit. So from here we put the value all, and we find M2 mass flow rate into the turbine. Now as we know that what is M2 dot by M1 dot, this is the mass of the vapor to the total mass, and what is given? Dryness fraction, what is given? 0.0439. Put the value of M2, you can get what is the total mass will supply. This is your nothing, this is your 123,075 kg per hour. This is the total mass. So this is a very important question, right? This is a very important question. Put star mark here, right? This is conventional question in ES and C, right? All right. Okay. Thank you very much.